Yeah, so I'm scared, folks. People are like, oh, isn't this a little hyperbolic? Why are you so worried? And I mean, all right, let's take a look at Homeboy's tweet. All right, here's his tweet. All right. Oh boy. That was 32 minutes ago. But what did he say before that? He says, as I learn more and more each day, I am coming to the conclusion that what is taking place is not an impeachment, it is a coup intended to take away the power of the people, their vote, their freedoms, their Second Amendment, religion, military, border wall, their God given rights as a citizen of the United States of America. So if people don't think that he's going to get someone hurt with this type of language, I mean, what are we waiting for, folks? Hey, elected officials, you think that that's going to end well? Do you know there's folks out there like, preparing right now for whatever he tells them to do? If you don't think that, I mean, look, you've never talked to a Q person before if you don't believe that. These are the types of things that happen, my friends, right? This is pretty scary. I mean, it's super scary, right? Um, but yeah, in addition to being terrified, I'm also pretty pleased that I set up my restream, which means I can broadcast from my Streamlabs OBS to the restream, and then restream broadcast it to Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, and Periscope. I don't have YouTube set up because, you know, um, you need 1,000 followers on YouTube platform, which I do not have. But yeah, I mean, look, I can't decide whether I'm more pleased with myself or just upset with the fact that, the president's saying that he's a victim of a coup. This is not normal, my friends. Okay? Not normal. Not at all okay. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what you guys think. I'm interested to see if you are concerned or not. If you're not concerned, like, why in the world would you not be concerned? I need a beer. All right? Another thing. I mean, I'm torn, right? So I see these kids on TikTok, right? I see they're thinking about they're thinking about politics. They're thinking about Trump. They don't like him, or at least the ones I'm following don't like him. I think they're correct in that assessment. Excuse me. However, I feel like they're content to make TikTok videos until, you know, the world is falling apart. How can I reach them and get them not to make a TikTok video that's full of hilarity. Make a TikTok video that somehow gets people organized, coordinated. Okay? Teamwork makes the dream work, is what they say. In order to, harness the power of all our individual TikTok videos, imagine one crescendo of a TikTok video that everybody is part of. And there's thousands of us in the streets TikToking it up. I mean, it's a TikTok mayhem party, but it's also an impeachment party. And that's the most important thing, is that this president needs to be not only impeached, he needs to be removed, convicted by the Senate and removed. And this needs to happen quickly. And I don't think we're going to get to that. Okay? I really don't think we're going to get to that. He's already said Civil War-like fracture. And now today he's saying a coup, that we're trying to take away all sorts of stuff that people don't want to have taken away. And if they believe that we're coming for their religion, they're coming for their Second Amendment rights, my goodness. If they think that, they'll do anything to prevent that from happening. And again, please don't get upset with me for stating what is a just obvious fact. Not at all am I hoping that this happens or wish that bad things happen. I just am predicting bad things happening. Because, like I said, they have a strong bond. This president and his supporters, they're loyal, right? He said he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and he wouldn't lose a voter. There's something to that. And he's lying to them now in order to rile them up. Rile them up to do what? I'm concerned. I want to know why these young little TikTokers aren't concerned, or the news isn't concerned, why are people not freaked out? Is anybody else freaked out, or is it just me? Is it just me? I'm the only one? He said it's a coup. Hold on, let me read this again. Let me just go ahead and read this again. What did he say? Okay. This is what he says. As I learn more and more each day, I'm coming to the conclusion that what is taking place is not an impeachment, it is a coup, intended to take away the power of the people, their vote, their freedoms, their Second Amendment, religion, military, border wall, and God-given rights as citizen of the United States of America. So that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Is that their vote, their freedoms, their Second Amendment, religion, military, border wall, God-given rights. You think people would be willing to fight for those things? If they feel like that's out, if they feel like those things are under attack, are they going to fight for those things? Of course they are. And I want to go on the record as saying those things are not under attack. We're trying to secure the vote. I was at a rally, or it was more of a protest a few weeks ago. It was the first protest I ever put on, and only 2 other people showed up. And one other person said that they showed up, but that they couldn't find anybody there. But that was the first one that I did. And I was there. And I was trying to secure our vote with paper ballots. and not using the terrible machine that we picked in Philadelphia. And passing, I mean, look, the bill that they passed, Mitch McConnell passed, it was watered down trash, is what happened. All right? But I'm trying to secure their vote. Freedoms, what the hell does that mean? Second Amendment, no one's coming except for Beto. Religion, no. Military, God, no. Border wall, yes. That we're actually coming for. Okay, no one wants that to be built. And no one cares about your God. No one wants to take your God-given rights as a citizen of the United States of America. All right? I mean, look, it's just that simple. I don't get it. This is terrifying. I want to go on the record as saying the only thing out of that list I care about is the border wall. Yeah, you don't get a border wall. Once your boy's impeached, you don't get any border wall. All right, but all that other stuff, you can have it. We want you to have it. We all get it. That's the whole point. We're not coming for it. A border wall is not a God-given right. It's a waste of goddamn money. I mean, immigrants are dancing on that thing. We've seen that before. We've seen the pictures of the immigrants or just citizens of whatever country. I don't know if they're Americans or Mexicans or what they're coming from, but they are dancing on the top of the wall. Dancing and prancing on it like they're, ballerinas. Good for them. They've got a nimble, like, sort of parkour, like, stance up there. I mean, that's kind of getting owned if you're the president, right? If you're the president and there's people just chilling on top of your wall right after it was done, like, yeah, it's got to hurt a little bit, right? All right. Nobody cares about that? I care about it. I mean, I don't know. Everybody else is good with this. I'm not good with this. It's terrifying. Terrifying. Look at that. I mean, tended to take away the power of the people, their vote, their freedoms, their Second Amendment, religion, military, border wall, and their God-given rights as a citizen of the United States of America. I want somebody to defend this. I want somebody to tell me that this is all right. I want somebody to tell me that this is what's happening. I want somebody to defend this. I want somebody to defend their inaction right now in the face of this. Hold on, I'm turning on my lights because there's some flickering going on in here and it's starting to piss me off. Look, Democracy Dog is beside herself. See? I mean, she can't even handle it. But I want somebody to tell me that this is all right. You know what I mean? Or tell me why you are not doing anything about it. I mean, I know it's Tuesday night. I know you're not going to storm out of your house right this very second and take to the streets. But why not? Why aren't you... I mean, aren't you willing to organize? I don't understand. How can I... I guess I'm just making videos that are getting published to YouTube. I'm not sure that I want that to happen, but anyway, look, I'm just figuring this stuff out. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely kind of cool. Now, if I put the message in the chat, does it go over the Trumpy or under the Trumpy? It goes under the Trumpy. There, that's a bummer. Now, let's check out this Facebook. See what that's doing. $911 people for $32. What? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know how to see. I do know how to. It's not. This is not a coup, folks. Not a coup, right? What what kind of what kind of gun does Chuck Schumer have? What is he doing exactly? Or Nancy Pelosi? Are they sniping people from, like, where's the coup coming from? This is a congressional proceeding, and it's an investigation. And if there's nothing to the investigation, then it goes away, right? If there's nothing to the investigation, it goes away. Um, so I don't get it. How can it be a coup? Hey, Waffles, what are you up to, man? Or I guess I shouldn't say man. It could be woman. But you? I mean, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about this guy saying things is a coup? Is that responsible? Is that what you want your? Is that what you want your president to behave like? Why are you so comfortable? Why are you comfortable chilling in your house watching this doofus talk? God, why is it so difficult to just... You think he's a nice fella? Okay, so what does that mean? You think that he's not dangerous? Are you kidding? Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw what I put in the chat. I mean, if you're a MAGA head, I just can't have you around. Sorry. He's a non-dangerous man. Have a good life, my friend. Thanks for the follow. Alright, who's next? Seriously. You want to go with me? You think I'm not going to ban you and kick you out of here? He's a non-dangerous man. He's a nice fella. What else? Who else? Come on, folks. Step up to the plate. What do you think? Do you think that this person should be in office right now? Think he's healthy enough to maintain some sense of sanity so he doesn't put Americans at risk? I mean, he's hanging a bunch of us out to dry right now. I hope you folks realize that. I mean, he's saying that Democrats are throwing a coup. What if what if something bad happens? What if, like, if you're protesting and something bad happens? I don't know. It just worries me. This is not how it's supposed to go, folks. And to say that I think he's a pretty nice fella, he's a non-dangerous man. How can you say he's a non-dangerous man? I mean, I don't know. He said stuff that, you know, caused the person. What's up, Mickelson? Now, Mickelson, you reading this? Look, read this here. All right. So he's saying that it's a coup and we're coming for their power of the people, their vote, their freedoms, their Second Amendment, which is our guns, religion, military, border wall, and God-given rights. This is what we're up against, Mickelson. This guy says it's a coup and that we're coming for those things. This is terrifying. This is not how it's supposed to go. This is not how government is supposed to go. Usually when there's a scandal, at some point they realize, like, you know what, the gig is up. I'm finished. I got a little too, whatchamacallit, I flew too close to the sun. I got caught. I'm gonna get in trouble. And we're just gonna deal with it. Not him, man. He's like, he's like, if I get in trouble, I'm tearing. Yeah, man. Jiggy, how you doing? Now, Kendra Horn, look, see, these are people. He's using scare tactics. What an ape. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's terrifying because, you never know what his folks are going to believe. And we're not trying to take away their guns, but they'll believe that. Who was Jiggy Joe? How's it going, Jiggy Joe? What are you up to? What are your thoughts? I mean, look, I don't have enough people in here. You're going to have to step up your games, Jiggy Joe. Because I need to know. The last dude that followed iWaffles Live said that Trump was a non-dangerous man, and I banned him. So I'm going to have to ask you what your thoughts are. I mean, look, if you just chill in the background, I can handle it. But if you're full MAGA head and you just you're trying to troll, then I need to know so I can ban you. Get on with my life. Hold on. Hey, Mickelson, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Could you go to Mixer? The Mixer platform? And check out check out the stream on there. I'm like multi-streaming right now, and I'm not sure how well it's working, but I did see myself on Mixer, and I think it's going to Periscope and maybe Facebook. No, not Facebook. And it's getting saved to YouTube, which is actually not bad because I can build up my collection of my vids on YouTube without having to do any manual anything. Thank you, Jiggy Joe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because look, a lot of people are they're okay with this guy, or they think that we're being like overreacting, and this stuff that he's tweeting out, it's not an overreaction to be freaked out by it. I mean, The stuff he's saying that we're trying to come take away is enough to, if they believe it, it's enough for them, for people that believe that, to fight to keep hold of those things. So, I mean, look, I'm not trying to predict anything. I'm just concerned. I'm just worried about those things. And if I'm not, I mean, if I shouldn't be worried about those things, I'd like to hear why. But I'll probably ban you if you try to tell me. But thank you, Jiggy Joe. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that we need to do something to make sure, I don't know. I mean, what? We petition Jack and tell him to cut down. I mean, look, we've done that before. He's not going to take away Trump's Twitter account, but he should. He should take away his Twitter account. He should not be able to poison that many people with this much of a trash message. It's a total lie. If it's a coup is not going to work if you don't have the guns. You can't just like overthrow a government with, like, when you're in the minority in the Senate, okay? Can't do that. If it's totally partisan, then the Senate won't convict you. Easy. Not a coup. Not a coup. Not close to a coup. So yeah, Jiggy Joe, thanks for following. Bionic. I kind of confused why you ban so much. You won't reach anybody if you don't let people speak. No. What he said was that he's a non-dangerous man, Bionic. And I understand you're the 16-year-old that's trying to find their way, right, with politically. And I thought about what I should tell you in that case, because I didn't really have a whole lot to say to you. I can't, I don't want to sort of feed you political views, but thanks, man. Awesome, Mickelson. Yeah, dude, I just, it was actually easier than I thought it would be. And, I'm a total boomer, and yet I have it set up. So, yeah, pretty happy about it. I think I'm going to try to just get, open up accounts on a bunch more services. And, just, I'll forget being, Twitch guy. I'll just be everything guy. It says, 31 platforms. Why not go for 31? All right, sorry, Bionic. Yeah, I mean, okay, so regarding you specifically, I don't really know how to answer your question in terms of how to sort of where can you get political views from. And it's I think if you just start thinking about the issues that are prevalent in our. You're not a citizen, yeah. Well, so Mickelson, Bionic is 16, so, and they're, he's or she's trying to get, just sort of get a bearing on what's going on politically. I mean, the thing that I would tell you, Bionic, that the thing that I would tell you that where I'm not trying to influence you in any way. I don't know why I kept that down the whole time. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, this is not normal. The only thing that I need you to believe me is that this is not normal. This kind of talk, it's not normal for the president to lie all the time. Now, everybody on his side is going to say all politicians lie, or some of them even say Trump never lied. I actually had people say to me that Trump has never lied. I don't want to talk to those people, and that's why I banned them. Do you understand that? It's not. This isn't a fruitful conversation that I can have. And I'm 44 years old, and I have a decent sort of understanding of people, and I just take the quickest read that I could get from the person's message, or whether they're operating in some good faith or whether they're not. Or maybe they're just so far removed from my position that it's just not gonna. We can't possibly work it out in sort of a relatively short period of time. What you have to understand is this is not a conversation stream about you talk about your right wing policies and I'll talk to you about my left. No, this is a stream that is demanding the impeachment and removal of the president. It has really no other purpose than that. And we get sidetracked because it's like, I say that message and then people start chatting about other things and I go with them, but I keep trying to bring it back to that every once in a while to make sure that that's what this channel is about. So that's why I ban people super quickly. And that's because I don't want to argue with them about like climate change. If people want to argue about climate change, there's a million channels that they can go and argue with people about climate change. That's not what this channel is about. That's why every single person that comes on here that says exactly what you said, like you're not giving people a chance, you're not listening to people, your message isn't going to appeal to people. I'm not trying to appeal to a very wide audience. I'm not trying to appeal to the widest audience. I'm not trying to appeal to Trumps, to Trumpistas, to MAGA heads, to these folks. And I'm not saying anything bad about them. All I'm saying is that I'm not going to listen to them on this channel. This is my channel. I'm more than happy to share my perspective, but I don't want to force you to see it my way. All right, go ahead, Mickelson. What do you think? Do you think that I should try to let more people talk? The people that are on my side, I'm going to listen to them. The people that are on the people that are definitely out to get me, I don't listen to them at all. But yes, please share your perspective, Mickelson. Democracy Dog, what are you doing? So I put a TikTok video together with a vote. Is this a coup? So you're not sharing your perspective. You said you're more than happy to, but you're not sharing it. Or is it just because the delay is like so wicked? I think that's one of the issues with Restream is it's like 10-20 second delay. Seems like. But what this channel really is about, Bionic, is that I believe, and I've never believed anything more in my entire life. I stopped my job because I believed so utterly that I needed to do something that directly impacted my health, my future, and the future of like everyone on this planet, literally, and more specifically our country. But inaction and going backwards on climate change action is, to me, very like a dereliction of duty, a complete fail on an epic level. And Jiggy Joe, I used to play video games. I do like sports. So yeah, what specifically? So I'm not good at video games. And if I could play video games, if people would join to laugh at me, I would probably play them. But for the most, I have a laptop, so it's not like I'm not gonna be like killing it with the games. I'm terrible at them. The last game, so I play Xbox. I play Um, I play Xbox. I was playing The Division. I was playing Destiny 1, Division 1, uh, Battlefield 1, I guess? Or is it 5? Which was there was like two, it came out, they were both World War 1, I think. One of them came out and then the next one came out. I got the first one. And yeah, I mean, I love all. Oh, and then I started playing. Then I started playing Fortnite, and I sucked so bad at it that I was basically like, I quit. I'm not doing it anymore. I am not going to allow some. Now, in the beginning, when they had team killing, I mean, I got lit up by my own team every single game. Now, how did they know that I was terrible? Why did they just decide to kill me in the very beginning of the game? Are they just trolls? Or did they know something about me that I was so bad that they would rather have me dead? It was just because I didn't have skins or something? It was like the first 2 weeks of the freaking game. And I'm getting team killed every time. Alright. As a foreigner, I think Trump has not only ruined America, his corruption is affecting the rest of the world. Right now, in England, we basically have a Trump in office, and I think he needs to rot in prison or outright taken out. Yeah, okay, well, I don't comment on the last sentence there, section, phrase there, but as far as the Trump's corruption, yeah, I mean, he's pressuring Ukraine. He's, the dude, so the President Zelensky is a friggin' comedian, people. I mean, he's like a reality star comedian. So, not judging, but let's just say he was very inexperienced, much like Trump. So, but the difference between Zelensky and Trump is Zelensky's head of Ukraine. Ukraine is about to get, there's a very decent chance that Ukraine just gets snatched up by Russia, or at least encroached upon more than it already is. And so Zelensky needs these missiles. Zelensky needs these javelins, right? He explains to Trump in those words that he needs the javelins. He's been having an interesting time with his buddy Vladimir Putin. And what does Trump say? I need a favor from you, though. Okay. People, he needs a favor. And what's the favor? He wants him to look at a CrowdStrike, this company CrowdStrike, that's supposed to is this big, huge conspiracy about where Russia didn't really hack the DNC server and everything, but that all of that was a conspiracy by this CrowdStrike company, which actually was working with Ukraine. Okay, and like investigative reporters have looked into this time and again. It's just garbage, and that's what they're selling. That's what they're trying to sell to Ukraine. And Ukraine's like, well, look, javelins. We need the friggin' javelins. We will do whatever you ask. All right. What do you want me to say? No, sir. I shall not investigate Hunter Biden. I'm gonna let Russia just smoke our country. No biggie. But I'm gonna stand up for Hunter Biden's honor. Not bloody likely for a friggin' reality star comedian. All right. Okay, people. Am I wrong, Mickelson? Or am I right? All right, I guess I can take this tweet down because I don't like it how it's the corner of the tweet box is poking me in the eye. It's bullshit. Completely right. Thank you, my man. See, I appreciate it. I appreciate that I get some love from across the globe. But this thing, Jiggy Joe and This thing is not normal. And you know, when you ask me if I like sports, I used to love sports. I mean, I still love sports, but it's a different level now. Number one, the Phillies won the World Series in 2008. I was I had season tickets to the Phillies in 2008. I had a 17 game plan, but also we would buy a bunch of other extras. So, yeah, PC Froggy, how you doing, my buddy? Thanks for the follow. Um, so yeah, the Phillies won in 2008, and thanks for the follow, Lundy11. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that was amazing. And long story short, they lost in 2009, and then by 2011, they I was there in Game 5 when they lost to the Cardinals, and the Cardinals beat them 1-0 behind Matt Carpenter. Roy Halladay lost the game. All right, this was the most painful loss I had ever seen or experienced. And we're talking, I mean, as much as I love the Eagles and love football, baseball was my that was my sport. So when the Phillies won in 2008, like as soon as the season was over and I was celebrating the fact that there was the first World Series I'd ever seen or had ever like experienced. Oh Jesus. Hold on, Lundy. Oh. All right, hold on. I'll get to you. Yeah, I mean, it was heartbreaking. As soon as we had won, the only thing I could think about was the next year and not being able to imagine not winning again. Like where I started panicking, like as soon as the year ended, and then they kept losing, and by 2011, that loss, they had the most wins in the majors, and it was a record for. Actually, I don't know if it was the most wins in the majors, but it was a record for the team, 100 and some wins, 104, I think. And it was, yeah. Then when they lost, I was heartbroken for like 6 months, and I realized, I'm like, dude, you are taking this way too serious, my man. That's a baseball team. They're gonna be fine. They're probably chilling somewhere. You're still like, all depressed. Doesn't make sense. So yeah, Trump is a nice guy. You're about to get banned. You get that, right? You get that, Lundy, right? I mean, this is not a free speech practice exam or anything. Like, you can decide to either get on board with the idea that he needs to be impeached and removed from office, or you can roll out. I mean, you can be silent, and I guess I wouldn't ban you. But most likely, I mean, if you say anything. But yeah, I got my Juul still. So haven't smoked a cigarette since Saturday. Saturday, like midday. I got that Juul. And what is it? Tuesday night? And I haven't really thought about them. I mean, a couple of times I've thought like, ooh, a cigarette would be good. But only a couple times. And like, I mean, I was buying like pack a day, pack and a half. Crazy. And like, I knew it was crazy the entire time. It's weird how you can know something is so awful and yet still do it for so long. But don't worry, I'm going to get off of this Juul in a couple of weeks. Tops. I mean, you didn't even see me use it for the last, 30 minutes or something. So, yeah, I mean, it's the little victories. Trump is a nice guy. I want you to believe, I would love it. I would love it if these kids wouldn't believe that things, that there's, like, I want them to stand behind what they're saying. If that's what you think, then defend it and just be prepared to deal with the fact that, you're wrong. Why do I hate him? Is that a legit question, PC? Because you're about to get banned. You understand that, right? This isn't a convincing channel. I will tell you, because that's not. I mean, because you could be trolling or you could be seriously asking. I think you're trolling. I don't think it's possible that someone could ask that question. They know the answer. Whether they agree or not, they know the answer. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm still technically addicted pretty well to nicotine because, yeah, this is nicotine juice. But, yeah, not the cigarettes themselves, which it'll get better. Yes, it's a legit question. All right, PC, I'll take you at your word. So the things I don't like about Trump, number one, is the lying. And it's the lying, and so not just the lying, but it's like the bragging, the exaggerating, the obfuscation, like hiding part of the truth, exaggerating the other part. You know what I'm saying? So you're never really sure what's real. Like even when he bases one of these rants on something that is true or something that is, you could say it was true, he will exaggerate it to the point that it's meaningless. Do you understand what I'm like? These things, words actually have meaning. Words matter. See, these LOL chat rooms, okay, are. I mean, it's like they're a problem because no one has to stand by what they say. And they don't. It boils down to no one knows what they even think anymore. They just type it into a chat or tweet, and then it goes out. And if it's, depending on how it's taken, it's like, oh well, I was just kidding. And that is partly has nothing to do with Trump. Okay, this was a culture that was developing before Trump was president. But what I'm saying is that when that is presented, when that sort of utter disdain for words and their meaning and facts that we can all sort of try to agree on objectively, at least just some of the very, very basics. Like the very basics, if we can't agree on those, there's like literally nothing to even start talking about. That is the most damaging thing that can happen. He uses those same lying, obfuscating, exaggerating, all these tactics on the Fed, on Congress, but like basically any Democratic politician. He says Democrats hate Jewish people. He's not allowed to say these things. No politician says these things. This is not like people will be like, oh, all politicians lie. No. I mean, granted, that is a true statement, but do not use that statement. Do not ever use that statement to justify or to try to justify Trump's lies, because Trump lies on a scale that's beyond not only any politician that I've ever met or heard of, any person, PC Froggy, any person. I have never met a person with this much disdain for the truth. He needs to boost himself with lies, obfuscation, exaggeration. He uses these tactics to boost himself. He needs to. It's a psychological thing. And it's really easy to blow off when people say, oh, he's demonstrates this antisocial behavior. He doesn't have empathy. He doesn't have love. I mean, these things are fairly observable. It's, you don't have to be like, I mean, of course, I couldn't make a diagnosis, right? But I mean, you can see whether the exact, you know, whether the exact sort of diagnosis, we don't have to make that. We can just see some elements of a lack of empathy. You know, I mean, this person doesn't like dogs, right? I mean, right off the bat, I've got some issues. But I mean, seriously, it's they're what? How come that is? Oh, is that Oh, that's from YouTube. Somebody is watching my YouTube stream. How is that possible? Thanks, Silax. Thank you. You think that was very well said. So, yeah, where was I? So PC Froggy, that's the start of it. Okay, so that's the lying. He breaks all of our brains into not even knowing what we think anymore, or for people like me to say, "Fuck it, nothing matters. This guy's gonna beat us. Fuck it, I'm not even. I can't even watch this anymore. I can't even deal with this anymore. This guy keeps winning. He keeps he keeps doing all these terrible things, and yet he gets away with it. This is not how it's supposed to happen. I mean, before, when you had scandals, these scandals would produce some sort of political fallout, right? There would be consequences. This person just barreled through all the consequences. And, say what you will about him, he had an ability to do that because his base loved him so much, they didn't care. The 90% of Republicans, that number has stayed that way. Thank you, Wadalgo. Thank you, I appreciate it. That 90% of Republicans has stayed there and been there. And rock solid. It's been high 80s. The stock guy, thanks for following. Yeah, so it's been high 80s, right? Or mid to mid 90s. And so it's terrifying. How do you doing, Andy? It's good to see you. Where did we get raided or something? Where'd all these folks come from? Yeah, but you can show feet. Kill Bill 900. Thank you so much, sir. Where are all you folks coming from? Speaking of stonks, do you like stonks? Stocks. I used to like stocks. I sold. Hey, look, stock guy. Do you legit know anything about stocks? Or are you just bullshitting? That's what I thought. You see what I'm saying, people? The stock guy doesn't know about friggin' stocks. I know, it's just a name, LOL. It's just a name, LOL, right? It's just a friggin' everything, LOL. Right? Pog. No stocks. No socks either. No doubt. No diggity. You don't, but I want to learn how to buy and sell them. It's so super simple to learn how to buy and sell them. You go to a broker webpage and you put in some information and you give them some money, and then when you want to buy something, you press buy that symbol of this much. And there's some okay, so the questions come into like, well, how do you buy? You can buy it on like a specific price, or you could buy it if it goes up to a specific price, or if it goes to a specific rate and then starts to drop. You buy it like when it drops a certain amount. There's a few different ways of buying it, but I don't think that's all that important. I mean, you just buy it like when, if you buy it at $5.05 or $5.07, you're probably going to buy it either way, right? Of course you want to get it at the lower, but yeah. Yeah. Stock guy, I don't know what that means. Stock guy is getting angry. What is the blue check? Verified. So what does that mean? I'm serious. I don't know what these things mean. I'm sorry, stock guy. If you were like the most important person in the world, impeach him too. Rawls bag. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Following Rawls bag. I bet the stock guy is fake. But why is he verified? If I'm just like being really stupid right now, I apologize. I don't know what to tell you. Rawls bag. He's a partner with... Oh, so, okay, he's a partner. Okay, congrats, man. Congrats, stock guy. So, let me say this. You're clearly a Twitch baby if you don't know what the check mark... Yeah, that's adorable. Yeah, dude, I'm a babe in the woods. I'm not even afraid to admit it. I mean, I'm a boomer, for Christ's sakes. What do you want from me? Thank you, Livestock. I wrap it up, B. McMahon. What do you want me to wrap it up for? Wrap what up? Was I telling a story? I'm getting... Yeah, fellow boomer. Absolutely. Verified is a paid third-party thing. Oh. I don't know what that means. But, congrats. I could get one too. Oh, so it means nothing. All right, stock guy. All right, so it says there's 10 folks here. Where the 16 people? There's 13 here. But where's the other people? So yeah, I mean, which one of you folks? Because I know you've been trashing me pretty good. So which one of you folks wants to, like, if you like Trump, just like say yes or whatever. Say yes, I like Trump, or MAGA, or Trump 2020, and then I can just start banning you guys. Okay? You do. All right. Take her easy, my man. Take her easy, my man. Yeah, that's gonna be a ban. Okay. Trumpy for dumpy. Is that a smile? Or are you smiling at Trump, or are you smiling at the banning? Wait, was he talking shit about Trump? No, he wasn't talking shit about Trump. He was talking shit about me. Make Texas a country again. I'm not sure where you're going at with that one. Yeah, don't smile at Trump. Don't you freaking dare. Rawls bag. You know where I'm coming from. Why? I hate Trump so much. I mean, I am Trump derangement syndrome patient 0. Okay? I got Trump derangement syndrome coming out of my eyes. I am not ashamed to admit this. This is a person that you're supposed to get outraged at. He's trying to derange us. That's what he's trying to do, and he's succeeding. He's working on you too, you just don't freaking realize it. Economy is booming. Alright, Kill Bill, thank you very much. You are finished. Anybody else? I seriously do not have time. Do I pet my dog? I do, Andy. Democracy dog. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Let's go. Yeah, that better, Andy? Is that better? Well, hold on. Maybe she's... Come here. Come here. No, don't just... Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yes, I do pet my dog. It's a she, and no, she did. She did not get treats. She did. Actually, no, she did. She did. She got greenies. She gets greenies. I hate Trump so much I can't watch SNL. All right, that's the kind. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what do you do about that hatred, livestock? Serious question. Absolutely serious question. What do you do about that hatred? What? How does that make you feel? Like, okay, so for me, it made me depressed. I mean, legit. I mean, I've been depressed for many years, but since that guy was elected and he started spewing his hatred and his lies and all that, everything, and treatment of immigrants, just think over and over, everything, right? All that stuff made me hella depressed. Hold on, I got to reply to Pat Toomey because he's got to impeach. No, I don't like Ron Paul. Do you want to get banned? I mean, look, actually, hold on. That's not the right way of putting that. I guess you could like Ron Paul and still want to impeach Trump and have him removed from office. He's not a Dalmatian. What do you mean she doesn't get treats today? She's put up with you her entire life. Basically, she deserves a treat. Easy killer. Oh dang, Silax. I respect Ron Paul because he always stuck by his beliefs and he made them very clear. Yeah. No. Okay. Silax, you were saying nice things about me before, so I'm gonna let that slide. But I don't love that take. But at any rate, well, Rand Paul is, yeah, but Ron Paul was pretty racist. Pretty. Where are you going? Where in the world do you think you're going? Doggo. Yeah, like, I want to know what I started working out more. Okay, I can bench 90 pounds now. The rage has made me yoked. Yeah. Well, I mean, thank goodness, livestock, that you found something positive to sort of channel that energy. Sort of what I'm doing right here is the positive that I am trying to channel my negative energy. And that's why I'm so bad at it, because I had to just jump and like dive into it without really thinking or knowing a whole lot, right? And like I just got, like I said, I'm like doing Restream right now. All right, I'm on Mixer. I don't know if anybody now. There might be other people. There might be people watching me on. No, it still doesn't say that, but who knows? I don't know why. Mixer is what Ninja's on. Same as Twitch, but it's Microsoft. So I'm on that. I'm also streaming to YouTube, which is weird because I'm going to have like super long videos on YouTube that are unedited and just really shitty like this, me talking to you. But I don't know. I'm not trying to, so because I'm not trying to get paid, like I'm already affiliate status or affiliate level. I qualify for affiliate. But I don't want to go through the process of setting up accounts because I don't want to get paid by Twitch or anybody. Unedited videos on YouTube is a horrible idea. It's good for just starting and funsies, but man, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I hear what you're saying. Uh oh. So why do you say that? Just because, like, because it's not interaction. There's no interaction, so the viewer will feel totally lost, and it's not the format that they're accustomed to. I mean, probably right. All those answers. All right, all right, all right, all right. Damn, now you got me all, you got me all scared. Please restart your broadcast to apply the changes. Okay. So how the hell do I stop this? Are you guys back? In contrast, Twitch is live. That is what you expect when you log into a Twitch stream. Okay, makes sense. Yep. You have to condense it all down to the highlights to keep attention. Yep, makes sense. Ladies, yeah. Fellas, yeah. What? But so, hey, what's up? Quote me. So, livestock. In addition to the working out, wouldn't it make sense to you to help organize or at least participate in protests demanding the impeachment and removal of this president? There is nationwide protest scheduled for the 13th of October, next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday, I believe. Why would we not all attend that? I need to know your answer. Because if it doesn't work, that's incorrect. All right? There's protests going on around the world. And some of them are getting results, not all of them. But you don't just quit before you start because you might not win. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Okay, so that can't be your argument. What's your other argument? That you just don't feel like it, somebody else will do it for you? I mean, that's not the look you want, right? When we're going to be on the other side of this Trump thing someday, and you want to make sure that you did what you could do to be on the right side of this Trump thing. Thank you, Yesty Purr, right? Can you hear me? Where do I get my information from? I get my information from all sorts of sources. Now, are you wanna get banned, my man? Go ahead and go right ahead. Just type something out. Type the next thing out that you wanna, whatever you want to get out. You probably want to drop the N-word or something, right? Just like Steven Crowder. Yeah, if yes, I will ban you. You're here for a friendly conversation and to understand more. Okay. Okay. I'll pretend that I think that you are legitimate, and I will say that, just like I just said before, Trump is an existential threat to our democracy because he scrambles our brain and lies to us all the time, and he has people like you thinking that that nothing matters, that any number of things. And yeah, it has nothing to do with getting my news sources anywhere. I follow this person on the Twitters. I get the tweets directly from the dude to me. He said Civil War like fracture yesterday, and he said coup today. Now, don't ask me where I get my news from. That's directly from the President of the United States. But you don't know what I... So what do you think? Go ahead. You know how I feel. What do you think? What do you feel? How do you feel? I mean, let's go. What do you want? What do you want? I mean, don't look. If you're on my side, don't make me work for it, my man. All right, and if you're not, then get the hell out. That's really what it boils down to. This isn't hard, guys. This isn't a both sidesy type of thing. You either know what you're about or you don't. If you don't, get out. It's not hard. Are you gone yet or what? Can I get some sort of acknowledgement? You don't need to act so hostile. It's hard to get to people with this kind of attitude. I'm willing to talk, but don't assume anything about me, please. I don't want to talk. Okay? I don't want to have a friendly conversation with you has to do with any sort of... So, what this channel is about is impeaching and removing the president. It's about protests. It's about protesting. Now, if you want to believe that, if you want to do that, or if you at least want to entertain the idea, then let's do that. But if you don't, I don't want to really talk to you. That's how we can get to the end of this, because I'm sure I can agree on a lot. Okay. All right, fine. I'm the asshole. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you were playing the long con. All right? But the facts are that he said Civil War like fracture yesterday, and the facts are that he said that there was a coup going on today, and he said, as I learn more and more each day... Damn it. It's gone. So he says, as I learn more and more each day, I am coming to the conclusion that what is taking place is not an impeachment, it is a coup intended to take away the power of the people, their vote, their freedoms, their Second Amendment, religion, military, border wall, and their God-given rights as a citizen of the United States of America. Now, these are the only facts that I need anybody to agree with me on. If they agree with me on the fact that he is trying to incite some sort of violence and that there's a decent chance that that will happen, if you agree with that, then we should be protesting in the streets demanding the removal of this president from his office before he harms somebody. Now, if you don't agree with that, then I think this isn't the right channel for you to be hanging out in. And it's really that simple. And I'm sorry if my attitude is hostile, but I have a... I'm sort of baffled that this talk, right? This is happening, and people are like, chill, bruh. Chill. Just, you're kind of coming off a little strong. And maybe you should just... It's like, wait a second. I'm coming on strong? This says coup. You know what a coup is? It's overthrow the government. That's our president is saying that, people. Okay, what? You're looking at me like, wow, man, that guy needs to calm down. I'm some schmo. I'm a nobody in an undisclosed location in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay, this guy is the president of the United States. He said coup. And he said that people are coming to take away the power of the people and their vote and their freedoms, their Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms, religion, military, border wall, and their God-given rights as a citizen of the United States. So I'm the one that's a little too aggressive. I'm the one that's got an attitude problem. Okay, works for me. But that is the problem, not me. And to be honest, I've been trying to sort of find the way that best gets people to appreciate my perspective, and I haven't figured out a good way yet because nobody's helping me. Nobody. That's how we should all communicate with each other, especially on social media. Feels like a trolley statement for me, but whatever. I'm getting a beer. So what are your thoughts on Trump? Yes, typer. Do you think he should be impeached? Easy question, right? What do you think? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're not on the same page, bro. I'm not interested in this conversation any longer. I will ban everybody until there's 0 people left. I have no problem with that. Because if I'm having conversations with people about whether I should interpret his words because he's not a politician, that's that ain't it, my friends. That's not the conversation I'm ready to have at this point in my life. This is about removing a dangerous person from office. And it's like, I get that you say that people sit there and say I'm being hyperbolic, but I'm not. I'm just not. It's like a dangerous situation. You have to understand that. I like Outcast also. I'm looking like a snack. What does that mean? What do these people mean? So, like, that to me is a great troll. Um, he never said anything controversial, but it was all just concern trolling. But it was so subtle that it's really hard to tell. But that, I think, was like the best trolling that I've had to deal with yet. Most people, I can pretty much crush them and like right off the bat. But that guy is, but you don't know or what I think or how I feel? Question mark. And I mean, to the untrained eye, the other people in the chat, they're looking at that and going, "Wow, that's so reasonable. That is so reasonable. Why won't he? He does not know what he thinks or how he feels. You don't need to act so hostile. We should all communicate with each other, especially on social media." That's where that was like, all right, he got me. He got me. He got me. Then the last one. What's up, Firebomb? Yeah. I hear you, Firebomb. No, the Republicans lost their shit, man. When a black man was elected president, Republicans absolutely lost their shit. Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm trying to tell right wingers right now. Firebomb is basically what I'm trying to tell them is, look, your man is going down. Okay? There's no stopping that now. It's like a freight train. Okay? There's some people in the State Department that are sprinting to the Intel Committee. I think it's the Intel Committee, to talk to them about shit that's going down in the State Department with Pompeo. Well, Pompeo saying we don't want to testify. None of our people are going to testify. And meanwhile, people on his team are like, "Oh, yeah, I am." Or at least I'm going to talk to them right now. Like tomorrow, emergency, urgent meeting. This is like, shit is going down. I just wish people would be paying attention. IRS whistleblower 2, Niraj. Niraj off the top ropes. Look at that. That's what I can... Down with fascists. Yes, I like that name. Now, unless you're a troll, I swear, if you're a troll down with fascists, I swear, I'm gonna lose my shit if you're a troll down with fascists. I need words to matter. I need some sort of life. Tyrone Blumf, I don't know what that means. Hallelujah. It doesn't mean anything. All right. But thank you for following, you folks. Fine fellow folks. Now, yeah, I don't know. I need to know who, if they could wave a magic wand, if they could snap their fingers and have this president removed from office, how many of you in chat would say, yes, I would do it. If I could just go clap, clap, or whatever the the procedure is for getting a wish granted. Clap, clap. That's what I'm saying. So if you are a clap, clap person, or whatever it is, thank you, Jesus Onions. If you're a clap, clap person, then what I need you to do is come hang out with us in the Telegram or the Discord, and we chill in this place and basically, work on trying to figure out where we can apply pressure, what sort of protests. So right now, what I got going is I'm just jumping on Twitter, and every time one of the members of the Democratic House that are not for an impeachment inquiry I am just basically, whenever they send out a tweet about anything, I reply to that, put their number there, and make sure that people know, like, hey, look, call this person, tell them they need to vote for impeaching. Thanks, Firebomb. Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming by. Thanks a lot. Yeah, and yeah. I need some advice, man. Oh, okay, here we go with the trolling. What is the point if those people with the means and power do not fight? I it's I want to inspire people down with fascists. I want to inspire people to want to fight, not in a physical fight, okay? That I have to make that clear. I'm not about any violence. I am talking about fighting the establishment, fighting fighting this administration for the first and foremost, and by fighting by organizing and protesting relentlessly, not just once, not just one day. That's the thing about Greta, right? He said, the experts are going to be at the UN testifying. Do you think they hear us? And the whole audience said no. And she said, we will make them hear us. So what I'm saying is she organized 7 million people around the world, 150 cities, I think 150 cities, and other, New York was amazing. She still knows that this isn't the end. This is the beginning. It's just the beginning. So, yeah, I mean, that's the idea, is that we got to do that. We got to do that here for the impeachment and removal, because there's people in the Senate that will vote to remove this president, and we got to put pressure on all of them, every last one of them, protesting outside their office, making sure that they know that not voting not to convict is going to stain their career forever. Voting to not remove this president while he's a danger to us all is going to stain that's going to stain this country, and their careers are going to be stained. Trump is a good man. He has a nice stand technique and real. Jiggy Joe. King Evers, thanks for following, my man. Thank you. Appreciate it. The military already talked about what? Did you hear about the incel Trump supporters that are planning a terrorist attack? No, Tyrone Blump. Are you kidding or no? Incel Trump supporters are planning a terrorist attack? That sounds like something you should tell the FBI, not Twitch. The military already talked about it. What do you mean the military talked about it? What the fuck is the military gonna do? Tyrone, you're bullshitting me, dude. And like, honestly, you're about to get your ass kicked out. Trump is a good man, Jiggy Joe. Man, he has a nice stand technique. He stand real good. I don't know what this means, Jiggy Joe, but thanks for Matt D1. It's national news. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna look for that. I hadn't heard it. My bad. Yeah, Silex or Niraj, can you check up on this Tyrone for me, because he might have to. That's either a good pull or it's a bannable offense. So it's like, kind of teetering there. Interesting. Down with fascists. We on the left can't ever win if they're always on the defensive. To win, we have to. Yeah, it's just like phrasing. Down with fascist. All right, phrasing. I don't like to use that word attack, but yes, we can no longer be on the defensive. So we have the momentum. Trump done messed up bad, and his people know it. The whole shebang knows it. All right. Now his sycophants are trying, but I'm telling you, if we put the pressure on them, like the momentum is on our side. If we just chill and do nothing, the momentum goes away. But if we build on that momentum. You know what I'm saying? I thought that they would at least wait until Greta turned 18 to try to get on. Yeah. How is he a dangerous to all? Pretty strong words. Yeah, King Evers, he's dangerous to all because he's done more to ruin our discourse politically than anyone in our history, or at least in my lifetime. You know, he's a liar, not on a scale of other politicians or even other human beings. And I'm sick and tired. I should have a starter video, maybe. Like, watch this 10-minute rant so I don't have to give it 50 times in the same night. He scrambles our brain because he's a liar. And he's a liar on a scale of no one I've ever met before. And he's a brutal human being. He's sociopathic, meaning he's antisocial, right? He doesn't have empathy. He doesn't know what love is. Doesn't feel these things, right? He's just like he's basically like a shark. Like, has the empathy of a shark. Can you please follow me on Twitter? I put out a lot of great content, but my old followers are P-Brain Trump supporters. I really just need to get our thoughts out there. All right, hit me up on the whispers, all right? And I'll check out your Twitter. Joker possible shooting, I hear about it. What, so you're saying... Who? All right. Tyrone. If you're just not going to use that language. All right? Okay, Matt. You are also banned. Anybody else? Who's else? Automod. Wow. He's the most powerful, therefore, if he does something, he puts us in danger, it affects us all, correct? Silax may be out the world, but I get your point. Who's more powerful? I'm seriously curious. Putin, no doubt. King Evers, is that dumb? Or is that just uninformed? Or are you trolling? Do you think, you can't seriously believe that? Fair enough, but only because you have Trump as president. Waffles live. I can't remember. Did I ban you before, Jiggy Joe? No, look. Do you guys have any idea what, like, in terms of powerful, what, like, how do you... His economy is shit. And he's, like, is like a 50th of the size of the U.S. And his military is, like, a 50th of the size of the U.S. There's no real... The incel shooting with the military has been briefed and warned about possible shooting. Shit. Silax, you seem really angry tonight. Everything okay? Oh, I'm fucking angry. Oh my god, Silax, are you... Silax, are you a troll too, dude? What? People like Trump are what keeps guys like me from getting pretty girls to like us. I disagree. And you feel like a troll, but I don't feel like banning you because I could be wrong, I guess. But you guys are too... No, I am angry. I'm angry that the president is talking about coups. You see, you guys are not following, I guess. Like, this matters. This means something to me. I don't have a real job. I had a decent, nice retirement, or not a retirement, but like a starting retirement, right? Well, I'm spending it right effing now, right? Spending it right now because that means that much to me. Getting this person out of office. Does that? I mean, I don't expect you to be impressed by that, but yeah, it means that much to me. There you go. There you go. Well, all right. I mean, King Evers, I can't. I'm not going to agree with you, but I don't feel like talking about it. We can just agree to disagree on that. As long as you believe that, I mean, if you think that Trump should be removed from office, let me know. If not, then, you should probably go somewhere else. Dude. Wow. Silax. What are you talking about, dude? That's not how we talk. Jesus. You understand, right? All right, I'm not sure what to do. You know what? I'm just gonna time. Just gonna get timed out, and I'm gonna have to time out. You, Silax. Sorry, man. Can't talk like that. Do you understand, guys? Come on. I'm not into this. I'm not babysitting you guys. While you call each other F words and shit like that. It's not about that, this stream. Take back all your follows. Go talk to people that want to both sides everything, or that want to have a nice civil conversation all the time. I understand that. It's your choice to choose the content that you consume. It's simple. It's really simple. That's what I want to. I want to cater my channel to getting people that I want on my channel. Not everybody in the world. That wouldn't make sense. I want the people that are ready to organize, that are ready to start organizing on Twitter, start building out relationships on those social media platforms with people that are ready to do this stuff, and then start attending some protests and maybe stream at them like I'm doing. And we become a huge Twitch network of protesters. And maybe we get noticed by other bigger streamers. Maybe we get noticed by the media, the mainstream media. Who knows? Maybe not. But these are the things I'm thinking about. These are the things that I really want this to happen. And in order to make it happen, I need your help. And I need you to help me, help you. I mean, I need you to help me figure out how to get young people to give a crap about this stuff. Trolls are out of the way. How do you feel about... I don't know what that means. Hi, Destiny fanboy. About what? Destiny fanboy, are you for the impeachment of this president and removal from office? Yeah. I knew you were see? Like I knew it. I was kidding. What do you mean question mark Destiny fanboy? Do you think the president should be right? Next. Anybody else want to step up to the plate? What do you don't want to? I don't know. This is fun. I'll do this forever. Maybe I'll get another pizza. Why not? Anyone else? I'm gonna get another beer. I can outlast you punks. It does bother me though that you folks can't just can't decide that words that any words matter. I gotta be honest, I'm not from America, so we only get to see things from the outside, and it has been a hell of a show. Yeah, it's an awful, 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 awful show. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it follower only chat for 10 minutes, guys. And I don't like the fact that these messages stay on there after I delete them or after I ban the user. Should take their messages, what takes their messages off the other chat. Satan pedos. I mean, I pretty much banned like twice as many people that are watching. Hold on, guys. I mean, I'm gonna be here all night, so y'all can keep trying to troll or whatever it is, whatever you get out of it. I'm still getting users. I'm getting I'm getting average viewers increase. So that's there's literally no downside to me. It's just like my time, but I actually really like doing it. So it's a win-win-win. You get it? Do you get it? I don't know why that these young whippersnappers out there that know that they don't like Trump, that know he's an existential threat. Why are you guys not down? You're like, I don't like Twitter. It's for old people. I don't use Twitter. Are you? I can't believe anything, Satan. I can't believe anything that anybody tells me. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's the fault of the universe at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what those words mean. All right, well, I'll take your word for it, I suppose. But I'm also equally as unshocked if you turn out to be 11 or 110. prefer if you were what? No, dude. Who's next? You gonna cry, baby? What about you? You gonna cry, baby? I want to see how many followers I actually had, because I know 90% of these people are following and unfollowing. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, that doesn't seem. What do you mean they're out tonight? Yeah, right. They're really. Where are you from, King? Norway. They don't get to me, you gonna cry, baby. You're probably a troll too, and it's not gonna get to me when I ban you. You get it? Like I said, like I don't care if they're fake followers or real followers. I mean, if they follow and if they forget to unfollow, yeah. See, like, yeah, I don't know, but Norway. You know, our president said that he would take information from you folks if you had information on one of his political opponents. So Jiggy Joe, I don't know. I don't count them. Are you all right with that, Jiggy Joe? See, I don't have anybody here. You don't think anyone here got what kind of information? Terry Davis. All right. I mean, could you imagine just feverishly putting together accounts like this? Terry Davis, do you have any identifying information that you could possibly give that would that would suggest to me that you're not a created, fabricated human being? Smoking dank doinks? I don't know what that means. I don't believe any of the folks that are coming in here tonight, Terry Davis. And so I pretty much am assuming that everyone's a troll. And yeah. Alex Jam. I'm actually pretty well known on the internet. Oh, see, you're trying to use my weakness against me because I'm not well known on the internet. Is this what this stream is going to become? Is just me just banning trolls? Terry Davis won. What do you... I'm not looking you up. I mean, look, if you're somebody special, then, hook me up. To tell all your awesome followers that... tell all your followers to follow me. Games, you mean? Trump is a giant douche. I hate my parents for voting for him. Okay. Alex, I mean, I like what you said. I still don't fully believe it yet. You gotta understand, it's been a tough night for the trolls, so I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to try to hear something that sounds like relatively true. And it's hard, I know. But do your best, please. Why don't I... Terry Davis, are you talking about video games? Why don't I stream video games? I'm streaming myself. Oh. There's myself, sorry. Yeah. I just had the cover down by accident. So, Alex, you're too young to vote in 2020. What up, Silex? What test what? No, you were timed out, not banned. I told you I had to time you out. You don't get into that. Don't drop into like weird names and stuff like like slurs. It's pretty obvious that that's not how you're allowed to act in chat. Don't get into it. Yeah, timed out. You got timed out. Told you I had to time you out. Disappointed me, bro. Just gonna go out and say it. So disappointed me. But I'll tell you, like, what? So, did you guys care about TwitchCon? Did you? Many of your streamers go to TwitchCon. So he said, yep, I'm 15. I said, are you going to vote in 2020? And he says, yep, I'm 15. It's heartbreaking. Truly heartbreaking that people can't just follow what I'm saying or... All right, my man. Take it easy. From the outside, Clinton looked just as bad as Trump, maybe worse. No, I'm not saying that's the truth. So hopefully there'll be a better candidate to beat Trump. From the outside, Clinton looked just as bad. Yeah, well, that was wrong. The outside was wrong. Oh, okay. Maybe. Yeah, I can't remember whether I asked you if you're too young to vote or if you were going to vote in 2020. I thought I asked you if you were going to vote in 2020, but it's possible. And regardless of what it looked like from the outside before, after we have a record, the fact, I mean, look, you can't, there are people that say that, oh, we don't know if Hillary would have been worse. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This president is worse. Trust me. Ethics aside, there's no ethics aside, donkey. You know the yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't say anything bad about Hillary Clinton. I don't know what I don't know how good or bad a president she would have been. I just know that she would have been better than Trump. I think I would be better than Trump. I think King Evers would be better than Trump. I think Alex Jam would be better than Trump. Terry Davis, I'm not sure yet. Um, and I think Silax would be better than Trump, even though he bailed on me because I timed him out for saying the F word, the gamer F word. He's probably never testifying, Samuel Hydra, if he can help it. But it all goes up onto the obstruction of justice cart and the conspiracy cart. It doesn't look good to not say anything. I mean, because they're going to be like, you didn't give me my day in court. And it was like, well, no, actually, we did. I don't believe you're a woman, Alex Jam 2004. I don't think I've had a woman viewer except for my mother. She's a huge fan, by the way. But regardless of whether you're a woman or not, you would have been a better president than President Trump. Bionic Ray, you're still here. Bionic Ray, you're still here. I'm surprised. Are you coming and going? Um, what I think of Ted Cruz. You know what? Let's take a look at something. I'm sorry. I know I've been boring. I'm trying to figure you guys out. He does want to get rid of vaping. I'm trying to figure you guys out because I don't understand you. All right? Do not understand you.
I hate and love telling people that they got the Congress they voted for. Nobody understands how.
So the only thing that is necessary to pass a clean bill paying the salary.
All right. I'll show you. I shall show you.
Salaries of every man and woman in the Coast Guard is for the.
All right, so this is Ted Cruz talking about the government shutdown.
So the only thing that is necessary to pass a clean bill paying the salaries of every man and woman in the Coast Guard is for the Democratic senators to withdraw their objection. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Madam President, I seldom, as you know, rise on this floor to contradict somebody on the other side. I've worked very hard over the years to work in a bipartisan way with the presiding officer, with my Republican colleagues, but these crocodile tears that the senator from Texas is crying for first responders are too hard for me to take. They're too hard for me to take. Because when the senator from Texas shut this government down in 2013, my state was flooded. It was underwater. People were killed. People's houses were destroyed. Their small businesses were ruined forever. And because of the senator from Texas, this government was shut down for politics. Then he surfed to a second place finish in the Iowa caucuses. But we're of no help to the first responders, to the teachers, to the students whose schools were closed, with a federal government that was shut down because of the junior senator from Texas.
Yeah, so that's what I think of Ted Cruz. That's pretty much exactly what I think of Ted Cruz. So, yeah. But Alex Jam was kind of poor Alex Jam. I don't understand what who talks like that. Why does your generation talk? I mean, I guess it's all generations, but it just surprises me so much when the youngsters say these things. But that's what I think about Ted Cruz, Bionic Ray. Because yeah. Ted Cruz is a craven political animal in my estimation, but but people do think I am Jewish. It's interesting, very interesting. My last name, well, I don't know. I shouldn't even get into it, right? But like many of these hateful viewers will come in hot with these takes about me being Jewish and hating me and me being an N-word lover and things like that. Yeah. Coming in hot. I actually haven't heard anything about him since 2016. I was mainly asking on your opinion, but I definitely see the passion behind what Michael Bennett is saying. Yeah, right? I mean, it's true. That's what I mean. It's a craven political animal. He was sitting there complaining about, people standing in the way of a shutdown now. But back in 2013, when his state was flooded and people's businesses were ruined and people were killed and people's lives, their schools were flooded and their businesses ruined forever. That's what he said. That's powerful. But that's how I think about Ted Cruz. I mean, like, nobody's like clean in this business. Everybody has moments where they do stuff like that sometimes. But Ted Cruz, I think, has no problem with it. That's what I think about Ted Cruz. How can I get that, like this, Alex? Like, I can't even get that message off there. Oh, I'm just gonna have to refresh it. There we go. Sorry, guys. I don't want to be like antagonistic, but I sort of do. And that's why I said MAGAs will be converted immediately or banned. I sort of tried to hold true to that, but I'll probably just remove that. It's too antagonistic. It probably draws more MAGAs than it keeps away. Right? Bionic. Firebomb. So yeah, Bionic. It's hard to tell. Like, obviously, I have political views that are what you would call, I think, progressive nowadays. I don't know. I hate the labels. I really do, because it just feels like, you know, there's so much differentiation. There's differentiation among people's opinions, but then they have to put a new label on it. I mean, there's a lot of nuance in there, and so it's like, what, these guys are sort of similar to these guys. Do they have to be a different thing? I mean, can't they just be like the same thing, but they have slightly different I don't know. And then I'm pretty naive about that stuff, but it's just like the labels get really annoying. But at any rate, yeah, I would have sort of progressive views, and as far as I can tell, and Well, I don't see. Like, I don't take this the wrong way, but this channel, the goal is to get people to organize, to put together protests designed to put pressure on the politicians that have the ability to remove this president. That matters that much to me because I grew up listening, or I grew up knowing who Donald Trump was, because he's always been in the public figure, like a public figure in the East Coast. I listened to the Howard Stern show, the radio show, when I was growing up in high school and middle school, and beyond that, and he was always on there. And I was talking about it the other day, but he had some amazing appearances on the Howard Stern show, and I didn't like him, but I didn't dislike him either. I just thought he was an a-hole. I thought he was but he was funny. Like, you sort of laughed with him, you sort of laughed at him. At that time, for me, it's mostly laughing at him, except for the fact that he has the nuclear code, so that's sort of offsets that a little bit. But yeah, I always knew that he was sort of a joke, and he still is. He's very limited in his think about his strategy. His strategy is pretty much one. He's got one strategy, which is to push the envelope, and that's just do what the other person won't all the time. And the problem with that is that I don't know, it's like you get predictable. So yeah, Bionic, as much as I want to help you, I feel like that's it's kind of, there's like a lot of other places where you could get sort of try to get news from. I think Firebomb told you to watch Democracy Now! You should do that. It's left leaning, but they're critical of the left too. So I don't know. I think it's going to be more. It's left leaning, but I think it's going to be more factual and less opinion based, or at least there'll be a multiple of opinions. If you look at Democracy Now! Versus if you look at the right wing or the right leaning stuff on new media, it just scares me. Joe Gen X, what's up, man? How you been? The trolls are out tonight, my friend. Look, you see this? It's better, right? It's a step up. And ask chat. I haven't even been huffing on it that much tonight. Here and there I've been, but then I put it down and I don't think about it. Better than SIGs, but I'm going to taper off of this, though. So that's the whole point. I'm going to taper off of this in like 2 weeks at max. That's what I've done twice, 2 different times in my history. And I'm certain that I can do it again, because it was so easy the first 2 times. Like, it's shockingly easy to do this transition that it's weird. Like, I haven't had a cigarette since Saturday midday, and it's now Tuesday night. That's crazy. Those are things like, I do not go a minute or two. Like, if I'm low on a pack of cigarettes, I'm going to the store to make sure that I have, the worst case scenario, I'm smoking my last cigarette on the way to the store to get some more cigarettes. And when I do that, I was like anxious, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like the idea that this is my last one and I'm smoking it. I know I don't have enough time to smoke another one by the time I get to the store and get in there, but still, just the principle of the thing. And yeah, it's ridiculous. But this, it's it's a decent enough substitute. And I already lost one, or at least I left it at the bar that I was at last night, because I had pool last night, which I won again, second week in a row. First match since I started streaming, or first two matches since I started streaming. So Gen X, what am I doing wrong? I should be able to recruit some people after this long. The trolls were out in pretty full effect tonight. I got probably like the most followers I've ever gotten in a night, easily. But I think most of them were trolls that were just creating like new accounts. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand why people would go out of their way. They have a lot of hate in their heart. They have a lot of hate in their heart. If they're gonna just troll my channel, I feel bad for them. Because our society did not really hand them a whole lot of. I think it's really hard to make the leap from watching to taking action. Why? Why, Gen X? What's so impossible about? Look, if there's a protest on October 13th for 2 hours on a Sunday, what is so shocking about that notion that you would actually attend that? To say, this is scary. This guy said Civil War-like fracture in a tweet yesterday. He said coup today, when he's taking away religion, Second Amendment rights, and God-given rights as a citizen of the United States of America. This stuff is like... It's just scary. I just don't... look, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. On one hand, I know I'm a hypocrite, because I wouldn't have done this before. But on the other hand, I've been paying super close attention for the last 3 years, and I just feel like it's there's like a momentum that's happening, that the tide is turning, and we need to be able to, every one of us, push where we can. Like, now's the... look, before there wasn't even an impeachment inquiry. Nancy Pelosi did not even want to impeach the president, but that has all changed in like the matter of weeks. And because of this, he is, I don't know, he's dangerous. The larger my fan base. Well, look, I don't know. I've got 3 viewers now. I had like in the 10, 12 to 13-ish before, but I'm afraid that most of them were trolls. Like I was saying. What state do I live in? Pennsylvania. Yeah, look, I'll be patient. I mean, I'm determined. I'm not patient. There's a difference. So no, I'm not going to like sit around and wait for people to do this. I'm going to work and like try to figure out the new strat. Like, okay, this isn't working. I got to shift to this. Like before, I was trying to be open forum, right? And bring on all the Trumpistas and let them in here, and we'll have good faith conversations. That goes nowhere. Like that takes too much time and effort. I'm not willing to try to convince people that climate change is real and all these other things that we have. Trump's never lied. I've heard that one before, and Trump's not a racist. I'm not willing to have these conversations at all. So those people get banned because they're just not a part of this conversation. I'd prefer they just not show up. But if they're going to show up and muck up my chat, because the folks in my chat will respond to them, okay? They will respond to the trolls, and I cannot make them stop. So I just have to get rid of them. And so it might, I don't know how much, I don't know how many of the followers that I have are legit followers, and how much. That's what messes with me, is that, I don't know. But having followers doesn't even really matter that much, does it? Or does it? I guess it matters in that they get notifications when you go live, right? So the more people that get notifications, the better. I don't know how many of them are actual people that want to listen to my, want to watch my channel, or how many people just want to troll my channel. All right. Yeah, I am. Ugh. Yeah, I guess you're right, Gen X. That's what that's what I've been doing. Like, I think in some cases I can like arouse like some excitement about banning people. You know what I mean? Like arouse some excitement on my side, of like not taking it anymore. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I feel. Like I don't want to take this anymore. I don't want to take it anymore. I'm stand up to this. I know when people are being disingenuous, and I will just ban them. You can't bring that disingenuous trash in here. Not in my house. This is my house. Look, it's my friggin' plant. That's my friggin' dog. That's my friggin' walls. And people are saying, why don't you have any pictures in those frames? It's 'cause they're friggin' mirrors. I don't know why I got them. Somebody told me to get them. I got them. Yeah, at any rate, it's my house. And yeah, no, you don't get to just bring your weak sauce, disingenuous arguments up in here and expect me to just entertain them forever and ever and ever. So, yeah, that's why I sort of started taking a harsher stance, and I worked through that stuff kind of with you, Niraj. Because a lot of people were talking about, how do we want it? Do you want to have a stream that sort of where you engage these folks? And I think that's absolutely worthwhile if that's something that you want to do. I just think it's exhausting. I think it's really time consuming, and it's not at all what is compatible with what I want to do. I actually felt like that Trump would eventually get impeached. I just didn't think it would be this quick. I really didn't. But once, I mean, it was like once that the ball started rolling last weekend, and then Nancy came out on Tuesday and was like, yeah, we're doing this. I mean, now I'm like, well, crap. I've got, hold on. I'm trying to order a pizza and you guys won't let me, but I've got 1,569 followers. Okay, that was, a month ago I had 7. So now I have 16 or 1,500. I'll have 1,600 by, tomorrow sometime. But I need to keep going. We need to keep going. I need to get 20, 30,000 followers so that I can send out a tweet. People can act. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're all going to do this right now. We're all going to strike right now, or whatever. Whatever it is. I need more influence. So that's what, like, I've been spending all this stupid time building up my stupid Twitter following. It's really annoying, but, it's fun in a way to watch the numbers go up. Like, I go to the Twitter analytics pages, and I look at, like, I look at my number of interactions and all that shit. How many times, because I put my Twitch, channel on my Twitter page, and shamelessly plugging all of this, because it's just like, I would hate, and I never would shamelessly plug like this for like myself or my business interests, but just for impeaching this president, I feel like it's so like utterly the right thing to do, and not something that I have to feel ashamed about trying to pretty much every tactic that's within legal means possible, to get, I mean, I know you love engaging with Trumpies. You get where I'm coming from, though. You have to understand what I'm saying. That there's so many channels where you can engage with Trumpies, where Trumpies can engage with, like I said, you can go to Faraday's server, or Faraday's Discord, or there's any number of channels where, that you can do that. And this channel is about, because here's the thing is, and what I don't want to advocate for, I do not want to advocate for candidates or, attack any candidates for Democrat. But I will say this, that what the younger generation could learn, and because they're so adept at social media, and because that dominates what we do, and because it also is like, it's a way of communicating things really quickly. I mean, they have a lot of power. They have a lot of power that they're not using. Young kids, whatever, teenagers up to 20s or whatever, 20s and 30s, but they're just not acting. And yeah, they have they have tech savvy, they have the memery, they have all that. They know how to do that shit. It's just that they need to apply it in, in ways that actually helps change what's going on. Like I said, if just a half or a third of the people that are fed up with this president and would like to have him removed, if just a third of those people came out in the streets at the same time, the same day, or, sort of all boycotted the same thing, or, you know what I'm saying? And like, these are the types of the things that are on the table for me, because there's no way there's no way that we can survive as a nation. At least in the way that I imagine, you know, what our country could be. If he stays in office 4 more years, you know, it's never going to be what I wanted it to be before I'm dead. Dead and buried. Throw the conservatives down the well so my country can be free. What are you, large fan? What kind of tanky statement is that? Is that where you're going with that? Because I'm not down with the violence. We don't talk about violence. We talk about memery. We talk about making fun of the opponent because their egos can't handle it, and because Trump is a narcissist that can't even conceive of the fact that people are laughing at him. Now, it may cause him to nuke a country or Alabama. Or, hopefully, it just makes him go so crazy that people like Pence just say, all right, we got a 25th Amendment this guy because he's, you know, they're going to say something like, oh, he just absolutely very recently became, you know, like incapacitated in the brain. We had the 25th Amendment real quick. I don't know. I feel like all these options are so on the table, and I know people are looking at me like I've got total tinfoil hat, but I'm telling you, this you have not seen. I mean, I feel like I'm. Am I the crazy one? Let me. Okay, hold on. As I learn more and more each day, I am coming to the conclusion that what is taking place is not an impeachment, it is a coup, intended to take away the power of the people, their vote, the power of the people, and then follows that up with their vote. That's big. Their freedoms, okay, that's vague. I know people get really torqued when you talk about taking away their freedoms, but he doesn't get specific to which freedom. So, I mean, yeah, he was revving people up there, but that doesn't hit home for me as quite as much. But then he goes with their Second Amendment. Then religion. Okay. All right, we've got 4 megaton issues right there when you're talking about vote, Second Amendment, religion, military. Then he goes on a border wall, which I actually don't want. So, like, they're saying they're coming for the border wall. That is one thing that he's actually right about. We're coming to just forget about the border wall ever existed. Yes, that's true. And then their God-given rights as citizens of the United States of America. So that's what we've got going for us. Okay, people? Okay? So, like, I'm not crazy. This is psychotic to speak. Okay? And yet, nobody is willing to look at it for what it is. They just say, oh man, that's just... You don't understand, folks. You can't just say, oh man, that's just him. He just does that. No. No. What he's saying, he's lying to people and telling them their Second Amendment, religion, military, border wall, all these things are taken from him. Or from them. And they're going to take it out on people. I mean, they're ready to have this, like, you know, discussion / argument. They're ready to have that, and I think in some cases it wouldn't be a good conversation. All right, well, I still can't believe that people don't agree with me, Gen X. That I can't believe that they're not inspired by my insightful words. Actually, I can believe that. The reasons why that I felt like this guy needs to be removed from office, and 3, the platform, Twitch, and others, damn boomers, right? The platform, Twitch, Mixer, and all the others. Yeah. There's really powerful, and the ability to interact is really super interesting. So I just felt like I didn't have to do that well. I just had to have a decent message and do it like average or even a little below average, but the message and the platform and the sort of the conviction that I had would be enough. But like, I'm not convincing anybody. I'm having a good time doing the protests, believe me. I mean, they're fun. I mean, who doesn't love going to New York, right? I mean, it is expensive, and I know I have privilege to be able to go there, but I'm just saying that it doesn't have to be New York. Just wherever you are, you can organize it. You can drag a few friends. You can say, "Look, I need to ask you a favor," and then you say, "Look, you need to ask your friends a favor, or your parents, or your siblings. Just one. Just shut up and do this for me. Just shut up and do this for me. Just one freaking thing, okay? Now, if you ask your friends for things all the time, that might not work, all right? I don't know. You've gotten yourself into that problem. You got to figure your way out. But for me, I tend to not ask my friends for a whole lot. They don't ask for much of me. Occasionally, yes. And when we do, we hopefully we accommodate. That's important. So, I think it's important to not wear out that sort of privilege, or not privilege, but that sort of that benefit of having a good friendship is like having someone that will actually like help you move, or just do that type of stuff that's kind of sucks or whatever. But in this case, I don't think it sucks. You just ask a friend or ask a parent, look, hey, we're going to go to this protest, and we're going to demand that we're going to make some signs. We're going to get creative with it. And it's going to be something we remember when Trumpism is dead. Because, yeah, I mean, Trumpism, I think, is on the decline. And I think his people are starting to get a little soft, His people are starting to get a little weary. I mean, he's just really tough to love for that long, because he just keeps attacking everybody all the time. What's up? Yo, what's up, Echoplex? How you doing, man? Hey, man, thanks so much for that raid last night. I appreciate it. Yo, the trolls have been destroying me tonight, dude. They're destroying me tonight. I think I had like 15 people or 13 people. I must have banned most of them, and they kept coming. All right, man. I will do the same. I will. Well, I see. I don't know. I don't know if I was gonna get off. When are you getting on? Oh, the trolls. Oh, okay. I got you. So you're down with the. So what are you about? What are you about? You trying to change minds? Hold on. I gotta order a pizza for the 15th straight night in a row, because I just. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I get on this thing where I'm like, dude, streaming is fun as hell, and I don't care if I'm talking to 3 people. I'm just gonna keep doing it, and I don't have a job, so I'm just gonna drink beers. I'm just gonna drink beers and stream. Nobody can freaking stop me. This is America. You gonna stop me? You gonna stop me? Dude, right? This is living the fucking dream. Now, having said that, I might go crazy in about 3 or 4 weeks because you cannot live this way. You can't do it. I mean, it is fun. And I'm doing something. I'm legit doing it because I think it's necessary to do. Like, it was necessary for me to drop everything and do it. But, yeah. But, yeah, at some point I have to sort of try to work my way into, like, you know what I mean? Like a legit schedule. But I just love these night ones. I mean, where it's just like I sort of get a second wind for some reason at 9 o'clock. I drink a beer and all of a sudden I'm like, let's go. Let's go. And then it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun's coming up. I have to take the dog to the dog park. It's fun as shit, but whatever. Why aren't trying to change hearts and minds? Oh, we aren't. But maybe we can point out bad ideas in a funny way. Yeah, man. I think that's a really noble thing. Absolutely. Very noble. I just don't. You get what I'm saying, that I'm just trying to. I'm trying to do something very specific, and it just doesn't benefit me really to argue with people in bad, that are coming from bad faith, or even like if you're legit like on the fence, I still just don't get you, and I still don't want to try and convince you to not be on the fence. Like, if you're on the fence, you're part of the problem in my book. You're part of this nihilistic culture that doesn't know the difference between utter flaming horseshit on one side and, like, whatever the Democrat... Well, okay, hold on. All right, it's kind of flaming horseshit on one side, which is the Democratic Party. But on the other side, it's like a nuclear waste dump. Okay, with flaming horseshit all strewn throughout, dead, fetuses and everything. Dude, it's fucked up over there. It's like sociopathic over there. So, yeah. Why is it so hard to keep Papa John's? There we go. Right? Night Twitch is the best Twitch. You know the Night Twitch. What is your sleep schedule like? How's your brain not fried? I can barely keep up. Dude, it's been crazy. So, Friday night I went out. Saturday I went canvassing from 1 to 4. And then I came back, and Saturday night I streamed until 6 in the morning, drinking. I went to I did canvassing again on Sunday. Did canvassing again on Sunday from 1 to 4. And then I came home and did streaming until 7 a.m. Monday morning. And then I slept all day Sunday. I went out last night, or I went to pool league last night. I came home. I tried to stream again, but I just got too tired, and I basically passed out after a couple hours. And I felt like absolute trash all day today. until I started the stream again. And so I'm gonna feel like trash all day tomorrow. So this is not a sustainable thing. It's just really fun. And so I have to balance it. Look, it's brand new. I'm still learning. It is one of those things where, you know, Steve Jobs is like, I think he said, move fast, break things. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I mean, I don't like worship him or anything, but I think he did say that, and that's kind of what I'm doing. So it reminds me of that. I'm sure I'm doing it in a way less brilliant and stuff way than what he's talking about. All right, I'm not trying to put myself on that level at all. What I'm trying to say is the sentiment of just doing instead of like pussyfooting around and thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because that's my tendency. It's like, well, let's plan everything out, and you know what? I'll probably fail. Never mind. So I knew if I sat around and thought about it for too long, I would just not do it. So I just been doing it and trying to get better as I go. So yeah, that's what it's like, Bionic. It's not ideal. Who's saying his brain is not fried? How is your brain? Thanks, Echoplex. At least I'm the only one that's willing to admit it. Because I talk to streamers, and these are burnt out people. I mean, or at least, you know, they've got issues with sleep schedules, and you know, they have all these types of things I'm talking about. Shit. So when are you going on, Echoplex? What is you got 4, what are they? Clowns? Am I a clown to you? Alan Watts, I don't know what that is. Alan Watts type stuff. Echoplex, do you know what that means? I think you probably know what that means. You don't know? I'm afraid to look it up. Yeah. See, I knew. So, like, I don't know if Bionic's a troll. He said he's 16 and trying to figure out his views. If he's talking about Alan Watts, I mean, I felt like I had heard feels bad man takes about Alan Watts, like that name associated with the IDW. Is that IDW? Maybe not the same guy. Two of the same dude. Oh, come on. Two philosophers with the same name. Echoplex, are you trolling me now? I don't think there's two of them. I think we're talking about the same loon. Should we ask him? All right, let's put him to the test. Let's put him to the test. Okay, this is Alan Watt, not Alan Watts. This is Alan Watt. Bionic? I haven't heard you say anything. I haven't heard you say anything. Yeah, my bad. See, that's... Were you on Jesse Lee Peterson Echoplex? Or have you talked to Sam Cedar? Or am I thinking of someone totally different? You do not exist, Alan Watts. How to get your mind back. Don't be scared, it's all a show. I don't know, man. Cole, who broadcasts from here. Okay. Existence is quite weird. Is that like the intro to the cult? Echoplex? I hear you, man. Yeah. Yo, yeah. If I will, you know, depending on when I'm waiting for that pizza. And then I got a few more beers to drink, and then hopefully I'll jump I'll give you a raid. Even though I've never done it before, so I'll have to Google it. Unless you just want to tell me, how do I do it? Do I just do like raid? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy enough. I can do that. Yeah, and cheers, by the way, cocktail-wise. I get you. So, Bionic. Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think you're listening to some I'm not familiar with it, so, but I'm not interested either. You know what I mean? I think you can probably find yourself elsewhere. You know what I mean? Nothing personal. I just feel like, I'm not really ready to get into some philosophy shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about impeachment. I'm talking about removal from office. I'm talking about conviction, or at least trial for crimes committed, obstruction of justice, and potentially campaign finance. All right? This is simple. This is what I'm talking about. If you don't want to talk about that, you should probably leave. This guy is a danger to us all. And I don't want to explain to you why he is. If you don't understand why he is, then you probably shouldn't be on this channel. It's that simple. What time is it? 11:52. Yeah, it's too late to go to the bar anyway. Not too late, but by the time I got there, it would be, closer to 12:30, and then you got like basically an hour before they give you the last call. That's not ideal. So, streaming it is. I don't know if I got any viewers on Mixer. Uh-oh, here's my pizza. So, yeah. I'm looking at the Chiron on the MSNBC. It says Trump has invoked the word coup multiple times. Yeah, I'm not trying to get rid of you, dude. I'm just not trying to have that conversation. You understand the difference? And I don't understand what you think I can provide to you that you can't get elsewhere. What I'm trying to provide, I'm trying to have a very specific channel. And I've tried to make that utterly clear. And yet you would prefer that I talk about David Watts. Does David Watts have a vote in the Senate? Bionic Ray? Does David Watts, is he on the Judiciary Committee in the House? No. No, he's not. I don't know who he is, and I just don't care. But it looked like the video, the titles of many of the videos that I saw looked awful. And the title that I saw looked like an intro to awful. Like Dave Rubin is an intro to IDW. The first video, the video that you gave me, looked like an intro to awful of the rest of the titles of those videos. That, like, everything's a simulation bullshit. I don't want to deal with that right now. I swear to God. I swear to God. Everything's a simulation. You can't prove me wrong. You know what I mean? It's just like, sure, let's just do that. Don't get defensive. Just deal. You'll be alright. Look, I don't mean to be mean, dude. I'm not trying to be mean. Just saying I don't think I can offer you what the conversation you're looking for. You should talk to Gen X, man. Gen X is Gen X likes having these conversations. So does Echoplex. Echoplex Media. I mean, look, Echoplex Media. I bet he'll tell you what what he thinks, what he thinks you should think. He might look at David Watts videos and talk about that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not looking for you to provide anything. I know you're not, man. I didn't say you were. I'm just saying that you can get what you want elsewhere. Or you can get whatever you want on this platform. Because there's just that much different types of content. All right. State Department Inspector General expected to hold urgent Ukraine briefing for lawmakers tomorrow. So, yeah. State Department Inspector General expected to hold urgent Ukraine briefing for lawmakers tomorrow. Oh. Okay. I don't know why you... Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what that guy's like. Don't know anything about that guy. He might be the greatest philosopher in the history of the universe. I really don't know. I just don't want to think about it. And don't get me wrong, I think about things all the time. I think about different sort of things. Mostly very introverted, you know? The thought of like talking on camera, have it be recorded and replaying playing the recorded stuff back. It's like, it's like kind of bizarre. Not something that comes to mind that I would actually want to do. But it's interesting. But I will say this, that it is distressing or disturbing. And again, I'm not blaming younger generations. I'm not concerned for me either. I'm saying for legit, like, I just think that there was a couple of, like, it's like a perfect storm of things that affected your, like, the internet, right? Just made was very different. You grew up with it, like, since the time you were born. I was like, I was in like college before it was like really big deal. And then, I think like the economic situation for a lot of people is really bad, and the prospects are not great, and it gives a lot of people what do we even do? Like, what do we even? This sucks. Why do we have such shitty prospects? Why this is boring? I'm gonna have to have some crappy job or spend a bajillion dollars in student loans. I mean, it's kind of, I get why, and I feel like I straddle that feeling or that generation a little bit, where I'm sort of have like a foot in the younger generation a little bit, just because I'm super immature, but I definitely just, I don't know, I think I relate to like millennials kind of. like I was saying, I'm on a pool team, and like everybody on the team is millennial age. I love those guys. All right, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what else to talk about. Gen X said I gotta change up my tactics a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I won't be so angry and mean at people, but the president said coup multiple times. It has me considering whether or not I should go to the store and get a gun so that I can protect myself and like have a gun in my house. Yeah, well, I have no idea, man. I actually have no idea I have no opinion on the right way to handle like phones, social media. I don't know. Don't know. It's not a question. It's a question that I did not want to even think about trying to answer. Like when I grew up, and my dad took me to a Flyers game. It was me and my pops and the game. And neither one of us had cell phones. And so it was just like the experience was there. 100% there. And that was enough. You know what I mean? But now if I go to a Flyers game, I'm going to be looking at my phone 40%, 60%, 70, 80% of the time that the game is on. There's a lot of stoppages, right? In play. So it's easy, like the whistle blows and you look at your phone, you check Twitter, you do whatever. And that's what life is like now. I don't see that ever changing, or I don't see how that'll change. And yeah, I mean, it's just like to me it's heartbreaking. Just like for that specific experience, that sort of broke my heart. The idea that, you know, my dad could take me to a game and we would just be like hanging out. I'm not saying that we sat there and like had heart to hearts the whole game or anything like that, but I mean, we were there. We were both there. We were both like present at the game. Like we noticed things that happened in the game. We looked at each other, whatever. But yeah, I mean, nowadays it's like shit. You know, it's like you're barely there together during the yeah, you're barely there together during the stoppages. Yeah. It's interesting, Bionic, what what is actually the valuable thing, to experience the thing or to record the thing so that you can experience it later. And I think nobody ever cares as much when they go back to experience it later. Or maybe they don't even experience it ever, even when they're there. That's kind of weird. I mean, I'm the same way. I was at the climate strike on 9/20 in New York City. I saw Greta Thunberg speak, and I was recording the whole time. And you know, would it have been more impactful for me if I was just intently listening instead of worrying about the recording that I was getting? Yes, it would have been better. I mean, I felt like I needed to get the stream, though, but for what I'm doing. But it does not change the fact that I would rather have been not doing that and just listening. No worries, Bionic. I hope that you're not trying to troll me. I pretty sure I think I believe you, but you gotta understand, from my position, it's really hard. I think I got like baited pretty good earlier tonight by just like the most subtle concern troll, and what's scary is that I don't know. It could be the most subtle concern troll, or just like a very normal person. That's what's so scary, is I just don't know. It could be like poetry of trolling, or it could just be like a very normal person, and I just don't know the difference. Yep. Yep. Yeah, well, Bionic, if there were 8-10 people listening, I'll be talking more about impeachment and removal. Yeah, if there was 10 people, I would be talking about impeachment and organizing. But there's 3 people. You're one of them. The other 2 aren't talking, so I have no idea. I might destroy this entire pizza. Which I'm like, I don't even eat that like that anymore. Weird. No, you're missing the point. Of course I want to believe you, Bionic. The problem is I can't. And that's what I'm asking you to do is, just understand why. So Hassan's got 4.6K. Destiny 3.1. Trihex 458. Chapo Trap House 173. Amy C3 is got 51. Bastier's got 49. Bastiat. Innovator's got 36. Middle American, I don't know. I don't like that guy. I don't think. Gen X has started his stream discussing the intellectual dark web. You should check out Gen X's stream too.
There's already protests in the Ukrainian capital tonight.
Gen X. Gen X is oh, it might be two ends. Yeah. Yeah, it's two ends. Yeah, he'll I think he'll debate you for a good long while. Not that you're necessarily debating anybody, but he will do that for people who disagree with him. He tries to break down their arguments, and he really, from what I understand, I haven't really heard him go, but I have talked to him about it, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a good understanding of how things are working on this intellectual dark web. Yeah, I want to know what's going on with TwitchCon. I was really interested in trying to show up there. Just like demand that everybody follows me. Yeah, that would probably be pretty difficult. I guess that every single streamer there is trying to get the big people to follow them. Yeah, I mean, Bionic, I don't know if you're still there, but I'm trying to figure out how I can determine like all of the like how many followers are actually legit. It says I had 80. This means I picked up like 25 tonight. But I mean, a lot of these, You Gonna Cry, Baby, B McMoo, which is me, Terry Davis, which is Alex Jam, which is a fake account, Samuel Hydra, I think is a fake. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of these are like fake accounts. It's just a bummer. I mean, not that I really care. I just want, like, I want my follower numbers to be legit. I don't want, creeps follow me. Who's watching Ben Shapiro? Oh, Gen X. Yep. And that's intellectual dark web for you. So in a stew. Alright, well, I don't know. I don't feel like anybody wants to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about. And, look, that's my fault. I need to figure out a new strat or augment current strat. But, I mean, I can't just keep drinking beers and then become incoherent and passing out. I don't think that helps my cause either. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and try a raid. Echo, what the fuck? Metroplex.
Let's up a look at how bad things have become. God renamed the patriarch Jacob in Genesis 32. Notice, your name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. There are 12 tribes of Israel, with the nation of Israel in the Mideast today being just one, Judah. Genesis 49 describes specific prophecy.
All right, God's a dick because everybody knew that guy by his old name. That guy had to go change his Facebook and shit, man. God's a dick. He's like, oh, here's your new name. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I had contracts under that name, sir. Fuck.
That clearly identify these 12 tribes as the democratic nations of the West. The greatest of these nations was to...
God did not know. I mean, first of all, God's not real, but no.
...arise from Jacob's son named Joseph, who fathered Ephraim and Manasseh. Ephraim was foretold to be...
Not down with the fucking polyamorous open relationship shit. Like,
there is one true God. Paul stated, for